think it's working. I hope it's working. Sometimes my network connection is not always the best in this rural house. A mental muscle, but resiliency. Okay, the ability of a person to adjust, recover. Is about being able to overcome those challenges that knock our emotions right down, where we feel really low, really blue, really depressed. So, emotional resiliency essentially is that bounce back ability that we have from those setbacks that have happened in our life. Now, you may think that this is something that comes naturally for a person to do. I'm here to tell you that it's a skill, and that it's a skill that can be developed, but like any skill, you got to work at it. Why am I an expert in emotional resiliency? Well, that's a really good question, Lita May. For those of you that don't really know me from a hole in the wall, here's the Coles notes of it. I've had a lot of emotional setbacks in my life, like a lot. When I was a teenager into my early 20s, I suffered from suicidal tendencies and depression. Then from when I was 23, 24, I found out that my son had an unexpected lifelong blood disorder called hemophilia B, which has no cure. And I had to figure out how to deal with that and help him navigate through life safely and effectively. Then from the time when I was 25 to 34, I had to figure out how time. Then in many people, it was a challenge for me. I had to figure out how to still run my business, be able to best support my clients through what they were going through as well because of COVID and all the fear and anxiety. Keep my own mental health in track, and then make some major life decisions. Life decisions overall for those that are really close with their family. And I knew I didn't want to be separated from them. In the last year through Button Adventures, you'll know that once I moved rurally, I got some goats. Babies 6-8 weeks ago, and they had 4 babies. So 2 of them died. So I'm most recently having to really, even though it's a part of farm life, knowing that it wasn't completely my fault and having to overcome the grief and the depression of that was really, really hard. So yeah, trust me when I say I know what it's like to have emotional setbacks. Yet, over the last 20 plus years, I've really developed and built that emotional resiliency muscle. And I wanted to share 4 tips with you to overcome all the crap that's happened and that's been thrown at you during this pandemic. So, first tip, do your best to look after your health, both physical after yourself and mental looking after yourself may look more. I know for myself, for sure, boxing, as much as it was a physical challenge, and I love that, it mentally toughened me up so much and helped me. But mentally, looking after your health may be different, completely different way of looking at it for you. Second, count your blessings. Count your blessings. Be grateful. Literally count them every single day. I prefer to wake up every single morning and count my blessings and take that quiet time. And studies joy and as much happiness as I can feel and carry on on this tough journey of life. So third, count your wins, big and small. Your wins today may be a bit different than they were yesterday. What are wins? Well, these are the little things that you intend for yourself and that you complete either daily or weekly. For myself, my wins have changed quite a bit since COVID has hit. They used to be about the gym, strength, and promotional events. Perspective of what my wins are for me. Now my daily wins have for me every single day to get 10 minutes of meditation. Also, that working with a lot of clients that have Parkinson's, their wins before being diagnosed with Parkinson's are much different than their wins after being diagnosed with Parkinson's. What used to be really easy for the activities of daily living before they were diagnosed with Parkinson's, such as buttoning up their shirt, preparing food, all those kinds of things are now a lot more difficult. So for them, it may be a really big win for them if they have a great day of general movement and activities of daily living. Fourth, give out what you want. I am a big believer in karma. Always trying to live by the golden rule. Do unto others as you want them to do to you. So what does that mean in terms of give out what you want? Well, if you want more support in your life, reach out, touch base with people, offer them support, offer them a helping hand. The beautiful thing about COVID that has made a little bit more collectively a conscious effort for people to do that, especially for people who are a little more underprivileged, nonprofit groups, and that just generally every day everybody's trying to just give emotional support more. If you want more friendship, reach out. Touch base with people that you haven't touched base in a little while, or pretty hard during COVID to make friends in the last year. Not making that as an excuse, but I've made a conscious effort recently to reach out to business people that are kind of a little more like-minded in my local community, and I'm touching base with them to say, hey, you want to sit down for coffee, get to know one another. You got to make those efforts and give out what you want. Okay? So that's kind of it in a nutshell about building your emotional resiliency. But one more point on that is that it is is going to be a conscious effort like you to be able to get that skill and habit of emotional resiliency going. So taking the 4 habits and practicing them daily or weekly will really help, so it becomes an autonomic habit, meaning like it's just something that you do automatically without having to think about it. Okay, so I hope this has helped you guys here today, or if you know anyone else who is needing help with emotional resiliency, please tag, like, share, all that fun stuff. And if you want to need a little bit more motivation for your physical fitness, mental fitness, my new branding is under buttonadventures.com. You can go there and there's a free gift for you to download and review. And I hope that these 4 tips really help you, because I know it's taken me years to experience it, but I've given you the Coles notes here to help you experience it for yourself and help you hopefully emotionally day to day. Okay, you guys are awesome. You rock. You watch this. Have an amazing, phenomenal rest of your Wednesday hump day. And ciao. Oops.